Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be covering some very long-term key levels of support to watch out for on both Aave USD and Aave Bitcoin. So if you're new to the channel and you want to show some support, please do leave a like and subscribe. So first, I do want to obviously talk about this level here around $46. If we go back to January of 2018, we can see this was the prior cycle's all-time high and major resistance off of this last cycle. Now, the current low in place on the week of June 13th has bounced off of this and held support. So it's a very positive and constructive looking sign on the chart here. I do hope to see this continue some follow through as we start to trend back up. And ultimately, I do want to see price action start to reclaim some of these lower highs. So if I just draw some sort of general downtrend, we can see no matter what way you draw it, we do have pretty definitive lower highs and lower lows being formed off of this resistance. So in general, one of the key things I want to watch out for is just a break of this structure. And that might not even mean forming this uptrend. We could obviously just break this structure by going sideways. And I think that's most likely what we're going to expect. I think Bitcoin is probably going to be going sideways, consolidating around the $20,000 to $25,000 level for a prolonged period of time before ultimately gearing up for another cycle, because I think the markets are a little stressed right now. They do obviously need some time to reevaluate, regain some buyers for long term. And I think that going into the next few months, we could obviously see some sort of consolidation phase. But in general, a key sign that we might have a bottom in play is if we just in general break this downward sloping resistance, break this structure, right, where we have basically a lower high followed by a lower low and a just continuation of that pattern rejecting off this resistance. So I think a logical area again would be the prior cycle's all-time high, similar to how Bitcoin is kind of holding that $20,000 area as support, being the all-time high back in 2017. So a very key level, and ultimately I hope not to see this lost, because if we do, then it's going to look to me like we might have further downside to go before ultimately finding out a bottom. So now I want to switch over to the Aave Bitcoin ratio, and I think this is going to be very important for the long term. So again, this is the Aave Bitcoin ratio, so this isn't going to be showing us what the USD pair is. This is going to be valuing Aave against Bitcoin and just basically showing us the opportunity cost of one asset compared to the other. So when we're seeing uptrends like this in 2020, that's obviously Aave outperforming Bitcoin, and that's what we want to see on our altcoins. Again, altcoins are more speculative and risky than Bitcoin, so we do like to see those higher returns. And similar to the USD pair, we have this very key support level at the prior cycle's all-time high. We are having this short-term double bottom off that level, so very positive again. And I do think that this is a better looking chart considering how these lower highs are much more obtainable, right? So we have just, again, another general downward sloping resistance. No matter what way you draw it, the lower highs forming off of this. And we do have this one at around 0.0055. So if we can start to reclaim that and break that structure, that's going to bring a lot of strength into the USD pair. And I think that's probably realistic to say that we could reclaim this and start trending back up into this higher range around 0.008. And if this happens, that could be very positive for the USD pair, because again, it would bring that relative strength into Aave, which could potentially help it hold up some of those support levels and do a little bit better compared to Bitcoin. Now, in general, I think that Aave is going to be a pretty good performer for the next cycle. I do like the product they have over there, and I think this is going to be one of the altcoins that definitely stands the test of time. I do like a lot of the DeFi tokens, and I'm noticing with a similar trend in some of the DeFi tokens like Uniswap and Curve, they're actually having some relative strength against other altcoins with a bounce on their altcoin Bitcoin pairs. So again, it's some sort of trend to watch out for in the short term. I think all of these coins are pretty positive, and I do like them for the long term. Again, we do want to see these levels hold at support, because in the event that we're starting to come below this and then flip it into resistance, that would not be a good sign. That would be pretty bearish. And again, I would probably start targeting some of these lower valuations, such as the support at 0.0009. So that's the end of my long-term Aave analysis on both the USD and Bitcoin ratios. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any comments, suggestions, or feedback, please do leave those below. And as always, I will see you in the next one.